Thank you. I get to kind of do an overview for you since this is the final tapestry. And the reason that the Baha'i is the final one is myself and my family sponsored it in honor of my mother, who in the last 3 years of her life found her spiritual home with the Baha'is. And I knew I would be around for the end of this project. First off, I want to thank 3 people who gave generously and individually for the overall tapestry project: Barbara Brough, Scott Caldwell, and Carol Mathis. And we'll now show the tapestries on the screen in their order of completion. The Islam tapestry, dedicated to the children of Afghanistan by Anonymous, who was deeply saddened by the events of 9/11. The Hindu tapestry in 2002, in memory of Elaine Wick by Beverly Conway and Barbara Breivik. The Native American tapestry in 2003, in loving memory of Betty Ann Brewer de Avalos by Stacy and Rachel Brewer, Terry St. Ange, and Barbara Brough. The Jewish tapestry in 2004, in loving memory of Sally Hymo by Barbara Thorpe. The Buddhist tapestry in 2005 by Stephen Phillips and Bruce Sprague, and by Carol and Joseph Zahn. The Wiccan Gaian tapestry in 2006, in honor of her parents, by Jennifer Moore. The Christian tapestry in 2007 by Lynette Klein. The Shinto tapestry in 2009 in honor of her daughters Rebecca and Elizabeth by Pat Howie. The Sikh tapestry in 2010 by Sada Simran Khalsa and Cindy Fuda Khalsa. And this is the first tapestry on which a sponsor actually worked on the design and creation of the tapestry. It was fun. The Native African tapestry in 2012 by Mary Bonine and Colleen Kahn. And then the tapestry ministry took a brief break, and we created the 12 Powers banners that we've seen. We began again, and the Tao tapestry in 2016 by Diane Robertson and Betty Conklin. And finally, the Baha'i tapestry today in loving memory of Ellen Matilda Bird Christensen. And thank you all for supporting this project. It's really been an honor to coordinate this and design it, and just see how I and all of you are changed by this group project. Thank you. You could have warned me.
So it is through Annie's vision, persistence, consistency, and dedication to this project that saw it through. She was there at the very beginning, and I know there are many people in this community that have worked on the different tapestries throughout the years. Annie has been the one common thread through each and every one of them. They have added so much to our community. They have expressed how we feel about all the world's religions and how we recognize that they are windows into a different view of God and reality. And so again, we want to honor Annie. We thank you. We love you. Let's say it together. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We behold the Christ light that you are. And thank you so much for this beautiful manifestation of love.
And now the Baha'i Tapestry. I get the honor of telling you about our creation. When we first started the Baha'i Tapestry and thinking about it, none of us really knew anything about the Baha'i except for Annie. And so we knew that we needed guidance on what we needed to do to take a concept, the Baha'i faith, and make it an actual visual tapestry. So they always say there are 6 degrees of separation. So Jackie Roberts had a friend who was a practicing Baha'i for over 24 years, Stan Brown. And Stan was very instrumental. He provided us books, materials, told us about various events that were going on with the Baha'i community, and was always available for a check-in if we needed some help. And through this process of learning, Reverend Karen said, "You have to see the Baha'i House of Worship." We said, okay, it's in Chicago, but you have to see it. So we thought about it, and meanwhile, we went to a Baha'i museum. Believe it or not, there is a Baha'i museum in Seattle. It's located in the University District on the avenue, and it's called the Unity Museum. But the subtitle is A Baha'i Perspective on Peace. And we went for our visit. They served us tea, coffee, cakes, and cookies. It was so nice, and then took us on a tour of the museum. But meanwhile, we had to figure out how were we going to get to Chicago. So we had the idea of a GoFundMe. And we put out tables and had snacks and talked about it. And after a few weeks, we had enough money for all the members of the Tapestry community and Reverend Karen to go to Chicago, where we were able to look at and be a part of the actual Baha'i House of Worship. Now, there is one on every continent so far, and this one is the only one on this particular continent in North America, and it took over 70 years for completion. And when we got there, it was an amazing sight to see it in all of its glory. And we were able to see it because of Reverend Karen in the daytime as well as when it's lit up at night. Absolutely a magnificent sight. But let me take you through our creation here. There are many symbols on the tapestry, probably more so than a lot of the other ones. So let's start at the top. Don, can you excuse me? Yeah, let me go over here. Yeah, because I'm going to talk different things. Okay. First, we have the birds. And the birds represent the balance between male and female and heaven and earth. Down below, and if you look closely, there's the symbolic number 9. In the Baha'i faith, the number 9 is extremely important. It represents the manifestation of everything. And if you count on your fingers, the 9 is the last single digit. So it's a number of perfection. And the Baha'i symbol itself, though, has a 9-pointed star. So the 9 is extremely important. We have like flowers and leaves because the Baha'i really, really enjoy beauty and light and love. The twigs, though, represent, their stewardship of the environment. And then around them, we have people. Because the Baha'i are made up of people of all different nationalities, and it's all over the world. So rather than have different colors, we painted all the people representing, the colors. When I gave the children a sneak peek, I said, "What colors do you see?" So they named all the colors. And one little girl said, "I see green people." I said, "Huh?" She said, "Yes, well, because the colors overlap. And when you mix them, one of them did kind of turn green." We have the heart so because the Baha'i believe in peace, harmony, and love for all humanity. In the middle, you see this amazing little beadwork, and that signifies the greatest name of God. And speaking of the beadwork, it was really difficult. I was, for one, didn't want to do it. I said, do we have to? So Annie said, don't whine, we have to do it. So when you come up and look at the beadwork, feel free to oh and ah about how wonderful it is, because it wasn't easy. With the beadwork, though, there's symbols of all the major religions. I won't go through and tell them to you, but see if you can check out what they are. Because so there's the Shinto, Judaism, Baha'i, Wicca, Islam, Buddhist, the Tao, Hinduism, Christianity, Native American spirituality, and African spirituality. They're all represented. Because the Baha'i consider all faiths to be true, and they acknowledge them all. This would not have been possible without the generous contributions in so many large and small ways of the Unity community, our families, and our friends. And just the general words of encouragement when some of you would come into the upper room and see us working on it, though. It's really amazing to see a concept turn into reality. And all of this really helped us to continue and make it real for us. So please take the opportunity for a closer look at the tapestry. And like I said, feel free to ooh and ah about the beadwork too. So thank you, Unity, for all your support. Help me with that.